Good morning, fellas. How are we doing, guys? What's up? A lot to talk about today, as it's obviously been a while. First things first, Mist, thank you for the 11 months of subbing. Twitch Primes, what's up, man? On the road to 1 year. Appreciate that, man. What's up, fellas? I am sick, so I apologize. I may be a little lower energy today, as well as just, I'll be generally a little bit more of a loser, so we'll try to keep that in mind. I appreciate it, but I am back after not streaming for a week. I took a full week break off of streaming, not off of making videos, don't worry, but off of streaming to help myself prepare and recuperate heading into the Halloween event season. The Halloween event should start literally tomorrow. As I'm recording this, it's the 11-30, October 30th. Usually, I keep getting this question over and over again. It's a great question, though. When does the Halloween event start? When is it starting? Why hasn't it started yet? Historically, every single PokeMMO event in general, every holiday event in general, always starts on the day of the holiday at around 8 p.m. ET. I think it ends up being like midnight UTC, like Universal Time, which is around 8 p.m. ET, 8 p.m. East Coast US time. So if you're around that area, keep an eye out for that. It should be around 8 p.m. ET tomorrow is when the Halloween event starts, I would guess. And now once that time hits, the event just doesn't start, doesn't like go into full swing immediately. What happens is the servers will go down for a couple hours usually, but it kind of depends. They could go down and right back up. It depends. They could go down for a couple hours for maintenance and stuff, and then be able to go. It just depends. So you can't always play the event right away. You might not be able to play the event if servers go down at 8 p.m. Sometimes you won't be able to play the event until midnight, until 2 a.m. It just depends. So we'll see what happens though. Wait a minute, I should pop a lore and also explain this shunting location. This shunting location's really cool and really underrated. I think I covered it in a recent video, but this spot's awesome. It has Tropius, Marshtomp, Kecleon, and Absol. Those are all the rares here. This spot is really, really, really cool. I would love to get Tropius as like the reason you come here, since it's an uncommon encounter. It's like decently-ish likely. I would love to see a Tropius. Also, I believe that Team Mister actually doesn't have a Tropius shiny, I believe, in the team. So if I were to get one, that would be the first for the team. It would be, making progress towards our shiny living dex, which is super cool. That's a great question. Are you going to do a PSA during Halloween for goodie bags? So what I essentially do every event season, every holiday event, is I essentially open some amount of goodie bags, usually a very small amount. Yo, what's up, man? I appreciate it. Literally just to show people, hey, there's like a 99.9% chance you lose money on this. It's terrible. It's gambling. It's like very bad odds gambling. Do not open goodie bag. Don't open sealed product in general. Usually, if you want to pay for entertainment, if you want to think of it like that, if you want to pay for the fun, for the excitement, more power to you. But it can definitely depend. But yeah, opening goodie bag. I'll probably make some sort of quote unquote PSA for it. I'll make a video opening and saying, hey, don't do this. Just watch me do it and don't do it yourself. Wait, that's actually a good... I want to check Hydreigon stats. I have not checked Hydreigon's PvP stats after getting access to Draco Meteor again. I am going to guess that it's totally fine. I'm going to guess that it's actually not broken and totally fine. Look at this. 15% usage, or almost 16%, 50.6% win rate. Yep. That doesn't surprise me at all. Timid, Choice Scarf. Now, like, I think the reason why is because now we have Assault Gear, Assault Vest, if you know it as. Assault Gear and Assault Vest change things so much. You don't need Fairy type to prevent Draco Meteor, which is kind of why I hate Fairy type. I really think Fairy type is too OP. I think having a immunity to Dragon as opposed to just a resistance is way too much. Obviously, they were trying to nerf Draco Meteor dropping and things like Swords Dance Garchomp at the time, but even then, I think it's too much. I prefer the PokeMMO balancing, and it's cool to see that Hydreigon's performing totally safely, totally fine. I think with the addition of Assault Gear and all the new Pokemon and all the different sets, and like we even see like Special Defense Garchomp and stuff nowadays, like I think it's totally fine. I'm so glad you brought this up, Shizu. Bro, you are so down bad, Pat. You poured Monster Energy drink into the tea. I was so worried that my sponsor was going to ask me to cut that joke. I was so worried they were going to be like, nah, man, that's like disrespectful to like Japan culture and like blah, blah. Dude, they let me keep in the fucking monster. That joke was awesome. I'm glad that they've been incredible. They've genuinely been really cool. I was really surprised they let me keep that joke in. That was a good meme. Hey, Pat, how much money do you think people can make in the Halloween event? It really depends. What I always say is that the first couple hours of the Halloween event is really important. I always say, I think there was like, was it the anniversary event? I think it was the anniversary event. I made like 1.2 million Pokeyen in the first like 2 hours. Like the first hours are such good money. It's unbelievable. And then it like goes down because people more have access to, like, the first couple hours, the sealed product and all the like vanities are super hype and like people are really excited. So they'll like overpay to like have the first stuff, even though it's kind of dumb. Don't do that. But yeah, Halloween events, usually, I will say, usually holiday events are the best money in the game at the time, but it depends. Usually holiday events are around the best money in the game, or at least like, you know, close to it, like around anywhere from like 2 to 600k per hour is what I would guess. Check the heart price at 3 times now. Heartscales, I would be so happy to see that. Wait, I should sell my Heartscales, dude. Okay. Dude, no fucking wonder people think I have communication with the devs. I think I actually made a clip about this recently. I bought Heartscales like a couple days before the updates that made them rarer, and also because I said, I was like, you know, I just predicted, I was like, you know what, the devs already removed mushrooms. Essentially mushrooms can no longer be used to relearn moves. Relearning moves has been way too cheap for way too long, and I've been talking about that for like 2 years. There's so many things that I've been like and like finally like that accumulation of like, I guess, experience and knowledge just paid off. And I bought how many Heartscales? I bought all these for 5k. I actually made a crazy fucking flip on these. So 75. I wish I would have bought more, man. All these were 5k for 375k, and now it's 75 times 12k. So I like tripled my money. That's actually nuts. I should have bought more. It's like a 600k profit in a couple days or a couple weeks, which is cool. Part of me wants to sell my Heartscales, but I actually think they'll keep going up, so I'm gonna hold them for the time being. I feel like Heartscales could reach 20k. That's kind of, it's maybe 15 to 20k. Items just do this, like, after balance and change. People forget the days of dude, Everstones used to be 20k a pop, and that's why Everstone farming was like so good back in the day. Now they're 5k. Like, items just change in price all the time. It's based on certain balancing changes or like metas and such. Is there a ritual for Entei? I'm currently 12k encounters dry and I'm getting desperate. I wish there was, man, because yeah, that hunt can be a little brutal. Good luck to you, dude. Yeah, it's crazy to think. That's a really good point, Girl Without a Fairy. Like, saying, like, even if you knew PokeMMO existed back in 2012, 2013, you probably wouldn't even have played because the game didn't have the physical special split. Going through the physical special split as a community and like seeing that was so interesting, and playing without it was so interesting. I actually like was way more familiar with Pokemon without the physical special split at that time because I mostly played Fire Red. But man, the physical special split was so good for the game. It was so good, but it was also like heartbreaking. Like, imagine how many people had like 60 competitive Pokemon, like 2 boxes, or like, you know, 60 to 120, like hundreds of competitive Pokemon were just like deemed useless. It was unbelievable. So many people, like, for a long time, the example that I always give was E-Punch Alakazam. So like Fire Punch, Thunder Punch, Ice Punch, and then Psychic Alakazam was so good. Like, that was like one of the best. The funny thing was, E-Punch Alakazam was used in OU. E-Punch Kadabra was used in UU, and then E-Punch Abra was used in NU. Literally, E-Punch, like, that line was used in every single tier, and it was good in every single tier. It was very funny. Imagine like getting punched by an Abra and like taking L's on it. Like, Ghastly was good in NU back then. Like, dude, things were crazy. It was a nuts time. Like, back when like Ghastly was NU, Haunter, or yeah, Ghastly NU, Haunter UU, Gengar OU. Like, dude, there were some really interesting PvP metas back then with the pre-physical special split. Do you think we'll ever get Giratina and Gyarados rematches? Fantastic question. I mean, with the addition of the Ho-Oh rematches, I think, yeah. I think they'll probably do Giratina and Gyarados next, or at least at some point. Why not, right? Is Ho-Oh really that much more special than Giratina and Gyarados? I would probably argue no, but some people might, because obviously Ho-Oh is a little more, I guess, iconic. But I don't know. Giratina is also like a legendary. The Shalfa Gyarados is pretty iconic as well. I don't know. I feel like they probably will at some point, but I'm going to take a sec. That is actually an interesting price check question, Lucas. So I usually don't like price check questions because most things are pretty like, if you use my ultimate price checking guide, it should help you price check anything. But you're asking for, how do I sell a 2012, 3 times 31. Like, forget that it's a Dewdon, obviously, but like, forget the fact that it's a Dewdon. A 3 times 31 2012 Pokemon is just a weird price check. We can go ahead and actually go over that a little bit. Yeah, that's just a weird mon. That's absolutely just a weird niche price check. So let's look at it. So how I would do this is I would do this, and then I would do 3. So it's gonna search for any mon with 3. I don't think there's gonna be a single one. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, there's not a single 3 times 31. Unless I typed it wrong, maybe. Okay, no, I did not. There is not a single. The cheapest 1 times 31 is 200k. So this is how I would do this math. There's not a single 3 times 31. The cheapest 1 times 31 is 200k. The cheapest 2 times 31 is 350k. But there's not a single 3 times 31. Man, there's a 2 times 31 Dewdon. I would probably go. Man, I'm gonna ballpark. I would go somewhere between 500 to 1 mil. 500k to 1 mil would be my like ballpark range. That's my ballpark range suggestion. Maybe like 800k to 1.2. There's not a single one on the GTO. I would try around 1 mil maybe. That's my suggestion. 2012 price checking is obviously really tough. There's not gonna be like a direct answer like most price checks have. You're really just going off of what you think people will pay, and you know, stuff like that. But keep in mind, I always qualify 2012 price checking. There's no accuracy to it. It's a lot of just guessing, speculation, game knowledge, experience, and sort of, you know, your best knowledgeable guess. So, you know, keep that with a grain of salt. But that's a great point as well, Mist. Looking for offers in trade chat is absolutely, yeah. People don't. Trade chat's a great feature. It's not often super useful. What's up, PDA in game? But there are certain things like 2012 mons, which are a perfect place to check out trade chat offers for. Oh shit, there's an Aipom catching event today. Is this today at noon? Oh shit, I should check this out. There's a shiny Aipom is like a really rare shiny, so to be able to win one from a catch event would be absolutely huge. This is also one of my favorite parts about streaming PokeMMO. Someone said, can I join you? And yeah, if you want to come like shiny hunt with me, hang out with me in game, one of my favorite parts about streaming PokeMMO is like people can just like come and shiny hunt together, hang out in the same location, and kind of just like show off their shinies in the background. Like, don't like spam my chat and like try to like get my attention. But like, if you want to just like hang out, show off your vanities casually, shiny hunt with me, like it's a super cool way for us to kind of like, you know, quote unquote play together. Obviously Pokemon doesn't have like the craziest cooperative functions, but I don't know, I love this kind of community building. I don't know, I love this shit. We got 4 minutes until the Aipom event starts. It's over in Johto on Route 43. I'm gonna head over to that location and we are going to prepare for it, and then I'm gonna take a quick restroom break before we start. Wait a minute, do I have enough box space for this event? Oh, dude, I am hurting on box space. That's not good. That is not a good thing. That's not something you want to see when you're like preparing for an event. Holy man. Let me. Yikes. This is gonna hurt a lot of people. I'm really sorry. I've got to release a bunch of these. Okay, I need the box space. I'm gonna check for noted stuff because I probably did mark some stuff noted. Look how many Ammonite this is. Oh man. I'm fast shunning this, so this hurts to see. I'm so sorry. All right, I am back. I'm like 1 minute late to the event. Let's head up on over to it. Route 43, correct? I believe so. Over here, we've got our Breloom. We've got Shiny Charm and Donator status for the heck of it during this catch event. Good luck to everybody participating. I haven't done a catch event on stream or just in general in Pokemon in a really long time, so they're a lot of fun. Today's prize is a Shiny Aipom to whoever wins. The Pokemon you can submit are Aipom, Flaffy, and Girafirig. We'll see how common they are, because if they are semi-uncommon, it's worth synchronizing, but I'm gonna guess that it's probably not worth synchronizing. You probably see enough of them to where you can just catch them and stuff. Also, Sentret's here, so it's honestly a decent single encounter shunt. There's just good Pokemon here as well. Now, Aipom is headbutt only, so I actually probably won't be catching any Aipom. Probably. I could try to headbutt here, actually. Let's see. And see if I find some Aipoms. But, like, dude, headbutting just takes so long. And I feel like my headbutt luck seems really bad. But maybe I need to, like, give it more of a try. I've used like, look at this. Nothing in this tree. There we go. We got one encounter. I bet it's a Pidgey. Okay, Weeping Bell. Almost worse. Careful about double encounters. If it happens to be shiny Pat, Sentret has follow me. Good fucking shout, man. I appreciate that a lot. Oh shit, and Farfetch'd is here, which is actually a rare. So that'd be a cool little shiny to get if I get lucky. Name a shiny Pokemon I should shunt. It's my first shiny at Sinnoh, about to fight the Elite Four. If you're in Sinnoh, what's a good like ×5 Horde shiny you could hunt in Sinnoh? Oh yeah, Swablu. Wait, yeah, the two. Okay, Swablu or Psyduck. Those are two fantastic ×5 Sinnoh Horde shinies. Absolutely. Swablu or Psyduck. That's my recommendation. Dude, I'm so not used. I just realized I'm not catching any of the Flaffies. I'm so not used to catching Pokemon. I like have been forgetting to catch, so let's actually go ahead and catch these Flaffies. Now, for those who haven't done a catch event or aren't familiar, there are some scores we can kind of look for. So I've done like well over 100, probably 100 to 120 or so catch events over my 10 years playing this game. It's one of like the biggest, most fun activities in my opinion in PokeMMO that you can do consistently and stuff. And there's so many of them all the time. What you want to look for is, I would say that generally first place is around 170 plus. First place is around 170 plus. I would say second place is around 166 to 168. Third place is around 164 to 166 total IVs or total score. And then fourth place, aka the lowest score, is usually around 18. That's what I've seen over like hundreds of catch events or 100 plus. So like that's my recommendation on like things to look out for in terms of what could win. But it obviously always depends on that exact event and how difficult catches are and stuff. Here's our first 1x31 catch, kind of cool. I actually always recommend catch events to new players. If you have the Pokeballs and a decent-ish catching Pokemon, I think it's super worth, if you have access to this area, going for a catch event. Because you actually totally can win a catch event and do like a really decent pace. You may catch like 10 less Pokemon per hour or something. And keep in mind, dude, I feel like you probably only win, I don't know the math, is my guesstimation. You probably only win like 1 in 100 catch events. Like, you need to understand that like 99.9% of catch events you participate in, you're not even going to place. You're just going to essentially just going to be catching Pokemon for profit. Essentially just getting those 1x31s. I'm going to go for the catch here. It's kind of a weird battle, but this should be fine. I'm gonna be totally honest. I was really surprised they nerfed Cute Charm recently. I did not expect that. I totally did not. Yeah, I was really shocked that the PokeMMO devs nerfed Cute Charm recently. I don't know where that came from or why that happened. I think someone said because of alphas, which actually makes sense. But I don't know. Nerfing the entire out of battle ability versus just nerfing their effect on alphas seems pretty crazy. Yeah, Cute Charm got nerfed from what? It went from 20% to 15 or like 25 to 15. I was pretty shocked they nerfed it. I'm getting destroyed by myself here. Okay, there we go. Is there a chance they'll add nature mints like in Sword and Shield and Scarlet and Violet started MMO last week? I don't think that they will ever add nature mints. I don't think they should. Nature mints are cool in traditional Pokemon to help you get into PvP faster. And when there isn't an economy and stuff and breeding isn't as controlled and doesn't work the same way it does in PokeMMO, it's totally fine. Nature mints would be horrendous for PokeMMO. They would break the economy. They would break the breeding system. They would make breeding essentially useless. Nature mints would be horrendous for the game and horrendous for the economy. I don't think they'll ever add nature mints, nor should they. They do work great in traditional Pokemon for different reasons, but never ever in PokeMMO. This is a semi-decent catch. 153. It's the highest so far. Not going to give me any sort of placement. I can promise you that. 153 is just not at all high enough to place, but it's my best catch so far throughout the event. The reason why charms just go up perpetually in price is because charms only come into the game from events. So like, we haven't had an event. So like XP charm 100%, these are about to tank. Do not buy these right now. If anything, you should probably sell them. All charms, this is like, kind of sounds like a market thing. I probably should sell mine. Actually, yeah, I should actually go sell mine right now, honestly. All charms are about to tank in price. I'm going to go sell mine, for example. As soon as the Halloween event drops, like tomorrow, yeah, this shit's all tanking. So I'm going to go like insta sell mine. I'm going to do 90k on these just in the hopes they sell pretty quickly. We'll see what happens there. And then XP charm plus 50 is 27k. Yeah, so the charms will be reintroduced into the market. There'll be a new supply starting tomorrow. Well, usually, most events usually have charms. Any other charms? Obviously, shiny charms are different, since now they exist in the shop permanently. Other than that, I have one item magnet. How much is that? It might be worth selling. But usually, charms are going to tank in price during events. because they're introduced back into the game, back into the, like, no charms are coming into the game outside of events, right? There's like the set supply that was introduced last event cycle, and that's about it, right? But once the event starts again, more charms get introduced, so prices go down. There's just the most basics of supply and demand. One of the best things about Girafirig competitively back in 2014 in PokeMMO, one of the coolest things was that it was a normal psychic type. So what would happen is, back then, Ghastly, this is the most hilarious metagame to explain. Ghastly was big in 2014. So what would happen is you could switch Girafirig either in on Ghastly Shadow Balls, or a lot of people, this was such a common mistake, a lot of people would Shadow Ball into Girafirig because they think it's a psychic type, which it is, but it's also a normal type. So Shadow Ball is super effective against it, but it's also immune because it's normal type. So Girafirig's typing was super strange, where it was normal. I was actually telling my girlfriend about this recently, where it's normal psychic. It's a funny thing to tell your girlfriend. But like, yeah, so like normal psychic, so people would try to Shadow Ball it, and then remember, oh yeah, fuck, it's normal type. You can't Shadow Ball it, so it would just be immune. So you get a lot of free switches with Girafirig back then, as well as just like a lot of human player error. Girafirig was a really interesting Calm Mind setting. Like Calm Mind, Psychic, Thunderbolt, Hidden Power Ice was like the coverage, and that set was really cool back then. Another one-time, I've had a lot of 1x31s. It'll be cool to check the PC after the event is over. You make fair Pokeyen during catch events. Like, you'll almost always make a bit of Pokeyen. Nothing crazy, but you always make some fair bit. That's why I always say catch events are so good, because usually make around 100k Pokeyen per hour average, I'd say, at catch events. It obviously depends, but I'd say that's the average. And then you also have a chance at an overarching prize. You have a chance at that free RP, a chance at that, free shiny. Catch events are dope if you have the time for them and want to do them. Time to snipe cheap sheeps after the event. That's another fantastic. Whenever, man, swarms happen, alpha swarms, catch events, you can find some really good deals on male, like, breeders. Like, there's so many things, like male field egg group breeders for this, for example, Flaffies, Aipoms. You'll find some really cool stuff. Keep an eye out to make good long-term flips. All right, that is the end of the catch event. I did not catch anything worth submitting, so I'm just not going to worry about it. My highest score was like a 153, and I don't even know what my lowest was. But we can go check how many 1x31s I got, which is kind of cool. Wait, is this all I caught? Wait, I'm actually slow in the head. I caught so few Pokemon for a catch event. Wow, I must have been really slow. That's okay. I'm talking to chat and I'm sick. It just happens, but that's kind of shocking. It's honestly a piss poor performance from me. I'll be totally honest. Let's check. Is it worth to submit 159? Honestly, I would pretty much always submit. I'm lazy, and like if I know, I'm like, from my experience, like, oh, I'm obviously not gonna win. If you want to submit a 159, I think it's worth it. It's worth your time. It doesn't take very long. You just like message someone in global chat, message a CM in global chat taking submissions. I'd probably recommend, like most players, almost always submit something. There's no harm in it. Yeah, submit just in case. Why not? Absolutely. It's just like a slight time save. It's just laziness for me mostly. We caught 19 Pokemon and ended up with 3, 6, 7 1x31. That's very good, man. My 1x31 rate that was very, very good. And one of them is Adamant. This is actually so good. 30 attack, 31 speed, and Adamant. Let's just price check this one. This is probably one of the best catches. Is it Field Aid Group, I believe? And it's Monster? Wait, that's really good. Let's check this. Let's do Adamant. Wait, the fact that it's Monster Aid Group as well is actually phenomenal. That's like 50k. Yeah, it's like easily like 50k. That is a fantastic catch. Oh man, that's actually sick. Nice job, Flaffy. All right, now that we're done the catch event though, I do want to do Twitch rewards. I've been way too lazy on this. I have 9 requests at the moment. If you want to go ahead and redeem your Twitch rewards, now is a great time to do so. So I'm going to go ahead and start working on these. There's some of the XP charms they're selling. That's awesome to see. Getting that money before they tank is going to be super good. We're going to grab this Chimchar and this Ditto and do this breed. Just a really quick little breed to see if we can get this guy. I found a decent Chimchar for kind of cheap. I don't want to spend too much on all these breeds because I want to eventually add a higher tier where it costs more channel points. For those who don't know, Twitch rewards, I have a thing on my stream where a lot of people ask me for Patrouski OT Pokemon, and I don't mind doing that. I don't want to charge people for that because that feels cringe and like too, weird and too much. But at the same time, I can't just
give everybody an OT Patrouski who asked for it, because I would just never be able to make videos. I would just be spending all my time catching and breeding Pokemon for people. So what I do is I allow you to watch my streams, get channel points, and redeem them. So anyone can just watch and redeem channel points to redeem Patrouski OT Pokemon for free. You can request the mon you want. Make sure you type your IGN, and that's kind of how I just get around that system. So we have a Chimchar there for Admiral Dragon coming up, and then a Rattata for Remind Me to Check. Do I have a rat in my PC that I can give off? I usually try to check this when possible, but I usually have to breed something. Yep. All right, there's the Rattata caught. Let's see if the IVs... Oh, 31 attack. It's modest nature, though, but unfortunately. But 31 attack for them, at least. It's kind of neat. Here's the first Twitch reward being mailed off. A rat over to Remind Me. Dude, this person with the Q hat plus the shiny Typhlosion is an insanely huge flex. Here's a Chimchar over to Admiral Dragon. Came out pretty decent. Rash nature and some stats. Low speed, unfortunately, but pretty solid for a little reward. The IVs are shit on this Larvitar, but at least it randomly rolled Adamant. That was kind of... Wait, also, Larvitar's tail is crazy. That's a crazy design. Wow. It's kind of cool. With the IGN Panda's Paradox. Crazy IGN. Crazy request. Good one. Appreciate you watching, man. There you go. Oh, this is a nice Ditto for 10k. I'll yoink. I honestly probably should just flip this instead of breeding this with my Charmander. This was 10k. I should flip this. This was 10k for 25 plus in every stat. Oh yeah, I'm just gonna flip that instead of... I'll find a different breeder for the Charmander. 25 plus in every stat. Are you serious, man? Yeah, flip that. That's 100k. Bought it for 10k. It's going up for 100, fellas. Easy flip live on the stream. That's how you make your Pokeyen. Flipping is just that good. And another one. Wait, is this similar? I might pick that up. Maybe I guess it's not 20 plus in. I see what the issue is. Okay. The next ones are not super cheap. Let's lower some of these, man. I'm looking for a breeder now for this Charmander. But I mailed off a Cranidos, and I'm also mailing off a Charmander over to a Nelly. Thanks for watching, man. Here's the Patrat caught for some Twitch points. Let's see the IVs. Honestly, not terrible. Not great, though. Okay, easy peasy. Lapras caught in the Safari Zone on the first ball. Wow. Imagine, I'm going to have such good luck here when I catch a shiny Lapras here. True and real. All right, a crazy Patrat request over to Fly Happy. Thanks for watching, as always, Aben, creator of all the best meme mods within PokeMMO. There's your Lapras. Thanks to Clarko for watching. Here's another Cranidos sold off. 2 more Pokemon to get. Someone wanted a Baynet, or I'll get him a Shuppet and a Smeargle. You asked for a shit food take, which really confuses me because all I have to offer are good food takes. This is gonna piss off any of my Asian viewers. I'm so sorry. One of my favorite seasonings to put on white rice is Old Bay. Okay, I'm from Maryland. I love white rice and I love Old Bay. And those things are so good together, especially like with chicken. Like chicken, white rice, and Old Bay is fantastic. Okay, there's your fantastic food take of the day. After this egg hatches, this will be the last 2 Switch Rewards. We can finally go back to some shiny hunting. We'll see what we do today. I'm not really sure, honestly. All right, there is the hatch. Let's go ahead and send... We come out Adamant, which is nice. We'll send them over. And with those 2 mailed off, man, Twitch rewards are finally... Look at all these Twitch reward things. Finally up to date, which is a huge relief. Now we can go shiny hunt, fellas. We're going to go to Petalburg Woods today since Kuroshi is there and I'm a follower. So let's go hang out. A lot of people go to Petalburg Woods, so let's go hang out and go shunt there for fun. What's the Flaming Skull vanity that Turtle is wearing? I think it's literally called like Flaming Skull or something. That shit's expensive. I think Flaming Skulls are like 1 to 2 bill vanities, if I'm not mistaken. I don't think there's going to be any... Yeah, there's none on the GTL. I think they're just called, like, Blue Flaming Skull, Orange Flaming Skull. They're, like, 1 to 2 bill vanities, if I'm not... Turtle could correct me. Like, 1 to 2 bill vanities, I believe. And they're not often seen on the GTL. They're very, very cool vanities. A lot of people love them. Orange Flaming Star, like, 5 bill? Damn, is that... That's coming from Turtle. That's nuts, man. I didn't know they were that much now. It's crazy to see, man. And it's honestly a fantastic vanity, so it makes a lot of sense. There's our first Trico encounter. It'll be really interesting / exciting to see what alphas get added with this year's Halloween event. If they'll just bring back like last year's, if they'll bring back Wisps like I've dreadedly talked about, if they'll bring back like or introduce new alphas. It's always super interesting. I feel like there's some really cool mechanics that they seem to be working on coming, especially with the anniversary event. They really hinted at like a huge new mechanic on the way. Hey Pat, with 6x31s, is it cheaper to buy 1x30 mons, buy 1x31 mons, or go out and catch a bunch and hope for 31s? Buying 1x31s is definitely better and cheaper. Like technically, obviously, if you like go catch a bunch of mons and go for 1x31s, like you're saving quote unquote money, but time is also money, and that will take a long time. Versus if you just buy the like 32 or 36 1 times 31. It's some weird crazy number. If you buy all those and buy all the braces, you'll probably make more profit in the breed on the way to like the 5 times 31 or 6 times 31. You'll probably make profit on the way to the breed, as well as save a bunch of time. So definitely just buying your breeders is better. I get this question a lot, and I'm actually not, it sounds mean, I'm really shocked that people ask this, because I feel like if you have any understanding of any collectible ever, it'll immediately make sense. So someone asks, why would someone buy 2012 Mons? No offense, LMAO. Why does anyone buy base set Pokemon cards? Why does anybody care about the Black Lotus in Magic the Gathering? Why does anybody care about diamonds in jewelry? Why does anybody care about party hats in old school RuneScape? Most of these things don't do anything. Obviously, the Black Lotus is good and stuff. But like most of these things, early rare stuff. Humans like rare things. It's really that simple. Humans like rare things. Humans like collecting. I feel like this is like one of the most basic mental thought processes to understand. And I'm always shocked when I hear this question over and over and over again. Why do people care about 2012 Mons? It's the same reason why people care about base set Charizard. There's nostalgia. There's collecting. They're rare. They're really hard to find. It's the first year the game came out. Breeding in PokeMMO consumes stuff. You know? So are 6 times 0 shinies worth more than 31 times 6? What is that question in comparison? No, they're not worth more, but they're still worth something. And people collect 6 times 0 shinies. Finding 2012 stuff is really hard because, like, first of all, it had to have never been bred. Once breeding started consuming Pokemon, the fact that, yeah, like if something survived, it means it was never bred since 2012. It means, yeah, it's just the most basic level of supply and demand. It means it was never bred. It was never on an account that quit. It was never on an account that got banned. Like 2012 Mon surviving is super rare. What's a big vanity you want to get? I don't know if I have a good answer to this, unfortunately. I don't know if there's like a hyper expensive vanity I actually care that much. Actually, no, I know it. Holly Hair Clip. 100 or Vampire Fangs, Holly Hair Clip and Vampire Fangs, the stupid little small pixel ones. Holly Hair Clip, because a lot of people know that I sold my Holly Hair Clips when they were like 100k each, and that was like really good back then, which is really funny because during the event, I played the event that Holly Hair Clips released back in like 2016, 2015, and when they released, they were like 20k, trash, most common vanity of the entire event. They were like dog shit. Everybody hated them because they like barely add anything to your character. But then I came back, 2015. I came back and I sold them for they were like 100k each. I was like, oh, that's awesome. Like these shit vanities, 100k on Pog. I sold 3 of them and I made like 300k. Well, now they're like 80 mil. So I lost out on like, it's a dumb way to think of it. I didn't really lose out, but like it is, it's a funny feeling, right? And yeah, I just want to reclaim that. I think someday it'd be cool. That is actually such an interesting question, Omen. I feel like I underrate quick balls. So you asked, do you think it's efficient to quick ball Ponyards to breed while single encounter shuntering for it? Probably not quick balling them to breed, but like the more interesting question is like, what Pokemon are worth to quick ball while like shiny hunting for other mons? Like, should I be quick balling Shroomish here, for example, to like make some Pokeyen along the way? That's like actually a really interesting question. Quick balls are really interesting. Like if I were to get a Shroomish with like 31 attack, like how much is that worth? Around 7k. It's like not great, honestly, but it's like solid. What about 2 times 31 attack? 40k, pretty average, honestly, stats, but it's probably not worth 1 out of 6 though. So if your quick ball catches like 100% of the time, it probably is worth, actually. Because you'll make, maybe not quite. I'm not sure. It's honestly tough. Male Shroomishes go for 3k. That's true as well. I feel like if your quick ball catches Shroomish 100% of the time, yeah, if that actually is true, it actually probably is worth the quick ball Shroomish while farming here. That's a really interesting. Like, there's some really interesting shunts that might want to be considered for like quick ball strats. Like that's so cool. Oh, this is actually kind of huge news that I haven't really talked about much. I'm sure a lot of people who watch Twitch already know about this, but essentially Twitch got a new like CEO, like Twitch itself, not obviously replacing Jeff Bezos, but like the Twitch CEO got changed a couple months ago or some shit, and he has put out a new. Everybody loves him, which is really cool to see for once. Actually, Twitch people being liked, because he makes good changes. He streams, he answers a lot of hard hitting questions on stream as well, which is awesome. He talked about on his stream for streamers that get banned, actually providing them with a clip of what was said that got them banned, so they know what happened, as opposed to just banning them and not explaining. That's an insane positive change from Twitch, which is really cool to see. He also, the big thing that I want to talk about is they're taking away the rule that says you can't multi-stream as a Twitch partner. So I officially applied for Twitch partnership, which is a really weird thing to say. I don't think Twitch partnership is like, I don't know. It's not gonna be like any, like, it's not gonna be like that much of a change for me. I think there's a better sub split though, which is really cool. Obviously, it helps me out a lot with a lot more financial security, which is nice. And then it's also just crazy. Like, I love Twitch. I grew up on Twitch. I've been streaming on Twitch as far back as 2011, 2013. And to be able to call myself a Twitch partner, if that, I probably won't get accepted for, I'll probably have to reapply a couple times, honestly. So I average around, I think I do average, this is a weird thing to say, like 100 views on Twitch, which is nuts. Yep. 100 concurrent viewers, a bunch of fucking very nice people watch me sit here and run back and forth for a different colored virtual monster for whatever reason. And I'm honored to say that, but the point is, I'm going to skip the mushy spiel. I'm applying for Twitch partner. That's pretty cool. We'll see how it goes. It's just nuts. If we can have, I don't know, it'd be really cool to be like, I don't know if I'm the first or one of the first Twitch partner streamers for PokeMMO, which is really, really cool. It's kind of laughable how hard it is to find the Feebas tile in PokeMMO, because we're playing an MMO. We can literally see people running around. If someone else found the tile, they'll be fishing in it. And it's still hard as shit, let alone in like single player Pokemon. It's actually crazy. Like shunting Feebas is tough, man. Finding the tile is legitimately a pain in the ass to do like over and over and over again. Feebas isn't too bad if you change your sleep schedule and are on channel 5. Yeah, if you're on channel 5 and change your sleep schedule to like an Asian time zone, then usually you can find like a group of people dedicatedly shunting that shit. But you have to like, yeah, wake up at like 2 a.m. or some shit. I don't know what the schedule would be, but it's tough, dude. All right, I have been live for a little over 4 hours now, which I'm pretty proud of since I've been sick and not feeling the best. But you know what? I appreciate you guys watching today. That's going to be it for today's stream. Make sure to check me out tomorrow when the Halloween event should be going live, probably tomorrow. Obviously, if you're watching the recording or recap of this, it's probably been a couple days. It's probably already out, but thank you guys so much for watching. It's been really fun. It's crazy to be able to take a break, a week break from streaming, and then come back and have such a fun time and so many people here. So thank you guys for watching. I'm probably going to leave the charm even, but I appreciate it, man. Make sure to like the video if you did enjoy it. Dislike if not, that's totally okay. Subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO videos. Follow the Twitch for streams Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. ET. Discord's down below for updates on all my content. And if you want to go above and beyond and support the channel, YouTube memberships, Twitch Primes, Twitch subs, and PayPal/Venmo donations do help out a lot and allow me to make more content and better content. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. I'll see you guys later. Peace, Reno. Hey, thanks so much for watching till the very end of the video, and thanks to everybody whose name is on this list. You guys go above and beyond and allow me to make the content that I do. So thank you so much once again, and have a great day.